Hi there. Shane Sutton is once again in the news. You may remember him from the incident that happened, the sexist incident that happened a couple of months back, where he told British track cyclist Jess Varnish during the time that as he was dropping her from the Rio Olympic team, that he told her to go have a baby. Her career in cycling was over.
CoachEdu.net.
And that subsequently, the subsequent social media furore around that forced him to resign his post as head coach with British track cycling. Now, what's interesting to know is that he's back in the news again, and that because there's been a special panel set up by British Cycling to investigate all of these allegations now that all the furores died down. And if you remember at the time, there were other female track cyclists that came out and made statements subsequent to Jess Varnish's statement that Shane Sutton had treated them in a sexist manner as well. Now, the indications are from this panel that's been set up by British Cycling to investigate these allegations against Shane Sutton, that the indications at this stage are that this panel is going to totally absolve Shane Sutton of any wrongdoing in the matter whatsoever. Now, bearing in mind that at the time when the original report came out, British pro cyclists, especially the track team, were divided into two distinct parts. The female cyclists, even those that supported Sutton as far as helping them become better cyclists, the female cyclists all concurred with Jess that Shane Sutton's personality and his way of doing things was of an incredibly sexist nature. So in other words, that Shane Sutton's method or natural way of dealing with his fellow human beings is in a sexist manner. The male cyclists, on the other hand, said that they cannot recall witnessing Shane Sutton ever behaving in any type of sexist manner. Now you've got this panel set up by British Cycling that is looking to, number one, reinstate Shane Sutton into his contract because he was getting results for them, and number two, the early indications as this panel is starting to have their meetings, is starting to have their interviews, right at the beginning, the indications are that this panel is going to be absolving Shane Sutton from any wrongdoing. So I only have one question for you, British Cycling. I have one question for you and one question only. This panel that you've put together that hasn't been publicized yet, please tell us, how many women do you have on your panel? How many women that have knowledge of what it's like to be on the receiving end of sexist comments and sexist slurs do you have on your panel? Because if at least half of your panel are women and at least half of your panel are women's rights activists, then only can your panel have some degree of credibility. A panel made up of men of the old boys club wanting to return things to how we were doing them before is not going to solve the issue at all. It's not going to return British Cycling any degree of credibility in this matter. That's my take on the matter. Post your comments, questions or criticisms in the comment section down below. Click the like button if you like this content. Share it out amongst your friends. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And last but by no means least, remember, stay carved up for the win. I'll see you next time. Cheers.
Whoa! Oh!